Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Well done!
Walk, walk, walk! Yeah, there you go! I said...
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gents. It's time for Chillin' at the Club. It's Oscar night here on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of folks are tuning into our guys over there that are having the show. God, what is the name of that? Those guys, Film Threat. Chris Gore and that bunch are doing a live Oscar show like they do every time. I saw something really funny on the opening. It was my favorite movie I saw this year. New movie was Weapons. Everybody knows that. I picked that as the best movie I saw this year, and I saw Conan running away from the kids and them all jumping out the windows. You know, the big scene at the end of Weapons, man. That was funny. He had the same hairdo as the girl I'm pulling for Best Supporting Actress tonight, Amy Madigan, because I'm a big fan, always have been. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm actually thinking about starting a Cosme. If I can get it up and running on YouTube, we'll go ahead and monitor it on a Cosme theater that I have, and you guys can go ahead and go in there and keep track of things. It looks like he's doing his opening monologue. You can see it right over my shoulder, right over here. They just got started, so we'll see what happens. My prediction, I've said it several times, I'm pretty sure that the movie that Hollywood loves, right? One Battle After Another is probably going to get Best Picture. I think that's why they had so many nominations for Sinners. It's already got the honor of being the most nominated movie of the year, right? Of any year. 16 nominations. Credit to them. I still haven't seen that movie. It's in my wheelhouse. I love vampire movies. Anybody that knows me knows that. I didn't know that's what it was about. I just missed the boat on it. I haven't watched it yet. So definitely looking forward to that. But it's got to be better than One Battle After Another. Boy, did I hate that movie. It sucked. It was really bad. But we've got that going on tonight. We've got several other things we can talk about. But before we get talking, you guys drive it tonight. This is Chillin' at the Club. This is Chillin' at the Club number 23. Anybody that watches the show knows it's about hanging out with you guys. And whatever you want to talk about, we're going to talk about. So I do have a few things to start the discussion off with, and a few things I do want to share with you. But other than that, you guys are driving it. So let's get started. Of course, the hardest working wrench in the business is here. So we must acknowledge his entrance into the fray of the forum of ideas. And that would be the Vinster, as I like to call it.
Womack. Why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
I call everybody by their name with stir at the end of it. Knoxter, Johnster, Vinster. Anyway, it's good to see you. And he's throwing all the links to all my stuff up there. Anyway, let's see who else is in the chat this evening. I got to go through all of his stuff here, though. Let's see who else is here. Of course, he's telling you who the soundtrack of the show is. If you're wondering why it was another one of these midday cancellations by, and what's funny is I made a short that almost got 1,000 views yesterday promoting the show. I mean, I asked him about it yesterday. And sure enough, the FDA is coming to see him tomorrow. So they just dropped it on him and he can't do it. So anyway, this is him playing the guitar. He's the soundtrack of my show when I'm doing solo shows. So you guys enjoy Sharkin' for Pearls. His newest album is called Tsunami. So don't forget to go, if nothing else, go on YouTube and check out his topic page for Sharkin' for Pearls. Notice that there's no G in Sharkin'. I don't know why he didn't put an apostrophe on it. Of course, my brother's, he marches to the beat of his own drum. Anyway, yeah, Sharkin' for Pearls. Support him. Go check it out. He's a good little guitar player, man. He's pretty good. He wants to put, he's approached me about doing vocals. I can sing a little bit. I'm not the greatest in the world, but he wants that garage band sound. That's why he approached me about it. But anyway, you guys check out Sharkin' for Pearls wherever you get your music at. He's put it out everywhere. Okay. And then let's see what. Yeah, and I love this. The emojis he puts up. The trident with the shark. Yeah, that's it. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget about that. And also, I'm glad he mentions this. See, he's helping me out a lot. Don't forget the ways that you can support the channel. Of course, you'll see the link for throwing tips my way if you want to during the show through Stream Elements. But also, don't forget to support the channel by going by joesatmosphere.com. That's where you can order commissions from me if you want a pencil sketch portrait done, or you just want me to make you a superhero in a comic book form. Just give me a holler, send me an email, and I'll be glad to do it for you. But always give me a month lead time, okay? I've got to ship it to you and everything, and it's going to take at least 2 weeks to get it framed. So, just remember, if you're doing gifts and stuff like that, at least a month at minimum. Lead time. Okay. Also, you can go by my Subscribestar page and check out everything behind the scenes on the comic book. The written word only costs you $1 to look at, but the art, it's $5. But Subscribestar is a monthly subscription service, but you can just throw down $5 and see everything. That kind of thing. Also, let's see. You can check out the 0 issue of The Privateer on Atmosphere Comics on Amazon Kindle. I wanted to put it out there for free, but those filthy capitalists at Amazon wanted $1 for the server maintenance, I guess. So anyway, it's just the first 5 pages of artwork, no words, no color, none of that, just inked pages. First 5 pages of The Privateer. So anyway, that's all ways you can support the channel. Thanks for giving me a heads up about that, buddy boy. I appreciate you. I'm not good at self-promotion. I need to get better at that. I'm good at telling you what's going on YouTube, but I need to tell you about the other things I do. And he gives me a let's fracking go. That's a Battlestar Galactica fan right there. Let me tell you. And no, Parrot Head, the micro penis is not here. This is a solo show I do with just me and you guys. We talk about what you guys want to talk about, okay? And, of course, they're saying hi to each other and everything. That's right, we'll do it live! Damn it, we'll do it live. But I do have to give him an LFG because he did say that fracking is a safe way to curse the F word. So we do have to acknowledge he gave us one of those.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right, and then let's see who else we got. Today, didn't even realize that. He must be talking about the Oscars, and I don't care. I understand. I always wanted to be an actor. I don't watch the show live anymore. I do watch the announcement of Best Picture, though. And so, I will watch that. I watched the last hour of the show. But they spread the awards out over the whole show now. But I almost guarantee the first one they'll give out tonight is supporting actor, and it's probably going to be Stellan Skarsgård. That's my prediction for that one is that it'll be Stellan Skarsgård. But anyway, yeah, I know you don't care, Vince. Let's see. I love movies, man. I like to keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on. So I've got it on behind me, but we have a thunderstorm in the area, so it may go in and out. Hang on just a second. It just stopped for some reason. We've got bad weather in the area, so if it stops every once in a while, I wouldn't be surprised. Your stream has been the most of the Oscars I've seen in years. Yeah, I hear you. The Vinster. That's right. The Vinster. Yes. Let's see. Vince says, Danny canceled and suddenly you have no viewers besides me. Oh, man. That hurts. That hurts me to the core. OMG. Viewership has just doubled. Stop it, Vince. Oh, my God. It's bagging on me. Let's see. BSG So say we all. BSG. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Oh, Das Wolfen's here. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Vince says even your TV doesn't care about the Oscars. Battlestar Galactica. That's right, man. Battlestar Galactica is awesome. It is awesome. Okay, so we're chilling at the club. I got to get out the. Let me see which side looks the best. Yeah, got to get out the military police shot glass. Let's see if I can get the focus on it. I don't know if it will or not. Doesn't look like it will. It tried to. It's trying to. There you go. Military Police Corps. See that? The cross pistols, baby. There it is. Yeah, man. And we're going to fill that with a little bit of Jack Daniels since we're at the club. You know what's up. And I'm going to say cheers. Here's to Oscar Night 2026. Those who don't care, cool. Grab a cocktail and let's have fun with it. For those that do care, enjoy it. But it's not. Just remember, these things have always. They didn't just become political recently. They've always been political. Always. Cheers, boys and girls. Vince says no cheers to that. Have a drink to make fun of it. Go for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Zoe Saldana's out there, so yeah. What did I tell you? They're giving out the one for Best Supporting Actor first. I knew they would. Let me see if I can get Hulu going. But also, I've got my Virus of Unknown Origin to back it up. Now, you want to talk about a good movie? I got to show you guys this. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, I'll be watching the World Baseball Classic. Is that still going on? Who's playing tonight? Please tell me. I'd love to. I'd love to know. He says, and go Team USA. Very cool. We have snow squalls here. Real Das Wolfen says, yeah, that's cool, man. Well, I mean, it's not cool, but I understand. Yeah, we're all along the front. Oh no, it's the actress one. Yeah, there's Amy Madigan. Come on, give it to Amy Madigan. Anyway, got to show you what I got this week. Okay, I got my 4K set of Excalibur. You want to watch a good movie, boys and girls? You want to watch a good movie? There you go. Excalibur. What's up? I did a video of the unboxing, so if you want to support me, you can go look at that. Oh, please don't give it to that chick from One Battle After Another. She's only liking the first 30 minutes of it. That movie is so bad. It's one of the most racist things I've ever watched. It's ridiculous. Come on, give it to Amy Madigan, damn it. Let's see who gets it. Who got it? Amy Madigan got it. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! I told you. Weapons is the best movie you see from last year. They gave it to Amy Madigan. I'll be damned. I'll have to watch her acceptance speech later on. That's badass. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. The box set, of course, had a slip sleeve cover. Okay. You see it. Slip sleeve. And it had some content. It wasn't just the disc. Okay. Let's see. Let me go ahead and show you what's in here. First of all, it's got a two-sided poster. Let's check out what people are saying real quick. Oof, yeah, remember Hanoi Jane? Yeah, craziness. Das Wolfen says, I'm going to go back to Expedition Unknown after this. I started watching it from the first episode. I am in season 5 out of 17. Expedition Unknown. What is that, John? Do tell. Actually, we can look it up right here. Expedition Unknown. Let's see what it is. So happy for Amy Madigan. That's the only thing I cared about tonight. That was it. Really. The rest of it's just going to piss me off. It really is. Expedition Unknown. Is this it right here, John? Expedition Unknown on Discovery. An archaeologist travels around the world looking for unknown and missing artifacts throughout time. Okay, you said you're on season 17. 5 out of 17? And it started in 2015. Is this correct? Am I looking at the right thing, buddy? Please tell me if I am. USA versus Dominican Republic tonight at 7. Well, Dominican Republic will probably win. That's where all the baseball players come out of anyway, isn't it? Yeah, that's what, if I was a betting man, which I'm not. We all know I'm not a betting man. I work for a gambling rehab. That would kind of suck, wouldn't it? But if I was, I think I'd put it on the Dominican Republic. They're really good at baseball. Das Wolfen says, I put that on my 4K wish list. Yeah, it's good, man. I checked it out. I'll tell you that in a minute. Excalibur had armor nipples long before Batman. Yes, they did. Morgana's child, Mordred, had armor with made by the Cajun that's in the Water Boy, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the show. Okay, so it has 17 seasons in 11 years. That's kind of wild, man. Let's see. Episode guide. It does have 17 seasons, it looks like. Well, unknown. I guess it's still going, huh? They must put one out about every half season or something. How many episodes are in a season? 12. Wait, page 2. Yeah, it's 12, huh? They must have put them out every half season or something, huh? That looks cool, man. That looks really cool. You guys check that out. That's what Das Wolfen's watching. Das Wolfen doesn't give up his time for much that's not cool, man. So it's on Discovery and HBO Max. So check that out. Okay, so drop that back out. First thing I noticed, we had a poster, and I didn't realize it until I opened it up. It was two-sided, okay? We got, by the way, a little trivia, if you don't know this. Tonight, the Oscars is the second most that networks charge for advertising. Each one of these commercials, I'll look it up here in a minute to see how much it is. But the only night that's more expensive is the Super Bowl. It's the only night that's more expensive. Okay, so I opened it up and found this, right? Hang on. Let's see. Make sure it's in there. Yeah, this is like the lobby card version of the poster, okay? Isn't that cool? Love it, man. But you see, it's kind of like a thumbnail proportions, right? It's not like a regular movie poster. And then my wife, when I was opening it up, noticed that on the other side, it's got the movie poster that me and John saw outside the theaters. John's about 5 years younger than I am, so he probably did not see this in the theater. It was R-rated, so I doubt he got to see it in the theater. But I saw it like 7 times. It's the most I've seen a movie in the theater. Me and my friends all played Dungeons and Dragons back then, and this was the poster that was hanging up in the theater, man. Forged by God, foretold by a wizard, found by a king. Excalibur. How cool is this? I mean, this is cool. If you don't know, most people will tell you this is the measuring stick when it comes to the Arthur legend being put on screen. It is the measuring stick. Everything else is second or worse. Okay? So there's to it. As a matter of fact, I've only seen one Arthur movie that I've rewatched, and that is Clive Owen's King Arthur. I do enjoy that. The way I describe it to people is it's the Christopher Nolan take, kind of, you know. So yeah, that's what we got with that one. Das Wolfman says the episode I just watched, Josh Gates went to find the oldest hinge. He found one out in the Bay of Northern Scotland from when the ocean was lower during the Ice Age. Wow. Wow. Is it underwater now, John? Is it underwater now? Let's see. Vince says, going by the viewership of the Oscars, they can't charge that much. Well, I understand. It's gone down over the years. I don't report the news, okay? Or excuse me, I don't make the news. I just report it, okay? You know, I'm just telling you. This is the second most expensive night. Super Bowl is number one. Let's see. Vince says, okay, yeah. You just said that. Oh, hey, what's up, Kay? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing? Everybody saying hi to her. Vince says, listen, strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. Yes, we learned that in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I do understand that, but I'm telling you, Excalibur is one of the greatest movies you'll ever see. I love it. I have watched The Sword and the Stone from Disney more than Clive Owen movie. Really? Yeah, I like Sword and the Stone, but we've had this discussion several times. I'm not as much into animated stuff. There's very few things animated that I have repeat viewings of. And The Sword and the Stone is not one of them. Sorry, you and I don't see eye to eye on that one. I'll watch Clive Owen's one over that. Yes, it's underwater. That's what I thought. They had to go diving to find it, right? Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Kay says, I am fine, just relaxing after a long day at work. You worked on Sunday? Okay. Don't work yourself into an early grave. Stop. Don't work so hard. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, whatever happened to Clive Owen? I loved him, but I don't see him anymore. I think the last thing I watched with him in it was Valerian. I think that's the last time I saw him in a movie. And I know a lot of people don't like Valerian, but I dig Valerian. I think it's a cool movie. You know what's funny? I'm the opposite of most folks. Most people love The Fifth Element, right? Same filmmaker, right? Most people love The Fifth Element and they hate Valerian. Now, it could be because they read the comic books and they like it better or something. But I never read the comic book, so I love the movie. I think it's really cool. Tax office. Oh, well, you're working your ass off this time of year. I'm sorry, darling. Yeah, well, this is when you make your money, darling. We're open 7 days a week. I know. And you're going to be working all the way through April, right? Vince says good visuals. Yeah. Okay, so next up we have this little booklet, and I love that picture. How awesome is that picture, man? God, that's cool. Yeah, till the 15th. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, tax time. Wow, we all love it. And I'm sure they're giving you grief. All it says on the binder is Excalibur. But if you look at the menu on the inside, the contents, we've got the cast and crew. We've got Gone to Earth, A Dream to Some, A Nightmare to Others. Medievalism in Excalibur, Strange Portents, Peculiar Signs, and A Wicked Pack of Cards. I'll show you that in a minute. I didn't even know I had that either. The Land, Magic, The Dream, Excalibur's Exploration of the Real and Unreal World. You and the Land Are One, John Borman's Mythical Nature. The Sound in the Stone, the Music of Excalibur, and Mythic Roots, a guide the characters of Excalibur. I think the word "to" was supposed to be in there. A guide to the characters of Excalibur, I would think. About the presentation and credits and so on. And it's got all kinds of pictures from the production and everything. John Borman's all through this thing. I mean, it's, yeah, look at that picture of Mordred, man, in black and white. That's just, wow. Love that one right there. Arthur and his brother. I know that there we go. There we go. That's Arthur and his brother when he's an older guy, right? Yeah. Some of these visuals in here are cool. But it's a nice booklet. And oh yeah, hang on. Here's Borman directing about the stone, about the sword and everything. Look at that. There's Borman and the guy that plays Arthur. I never can remember his name because I never saw him in anything else. And I know he did other stuff, but you know. You and the Lander 1. John Borman's Mythical Nature. Let's see. Anyway, it's got all this. Oh, here's one for John. This one's just for John because I know he's in love with her. There you go. Nice little still of Helen Mirren in her prime, boys and girls. Yeah. Yeah, man. So anyway, it's got some great stuff in here. And a picture of John Borman with the sword and the stone on the backside of it. We got the sword on both sides. We got the killer visual, right, of Lady of the Lake bringing the sword up. And then we got John Borman with the sword and the stone. So it's a nice booklet. Good hour for me of reading. Then we've got the disc, okay? It's not one, not two, but three. And I haven't even gotten to the second two. When I first got this last week, it's got the disc with the feature on it. Then it's got disc 2, which is extras. The one with Merlin's face is extras. And then the one with I think that's Uther and Igraine. I think that's who that is. Yeah, I think that piece of artwork has to do with the first night, the night they got together. And it's bonus. It says bonus on there. So I don't know what's on that. I haven't looked at the other two yet. But it also has these. I didn't know it when I first opened it. It has cards, man. Cards. Okay? The cards we have are two-sided. They're two-sided cards. This one is the artwork for the movie poster, right? And on the back, it's John Borman and the sword, right? Then we've got the Lady of the Lake artwork, right? And this is enhanced. You can tell these are enhanced pieces of art. They're based on the original artwork for the movie posters and stuff. And then we've got, oh my God, I love that picture of the older Arthur. You just don't know, man. I love this movie. I know every word of it. I actually used a quote from this writing a letter to my girlfriend when I was in high school. I mean, yeah, this movie had a profound effect on me, let me tell you. Yeah, that's Uther and Igraine, right? And then on the back side, we got Lancelot. His chainmail with his armor and with his helmet off. And then this one, of course, Mordred, right? Doing battle with a Knight of the Round Table, right? And then, there you go, John. Got you a little Helen Mirren. Black and white still. Very nice, very nice. With the pointy armor, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the pointy armor. And then, let's see. What else we got here? We got the I love this one. This is what that other poster is. If you watch the video, this part right here on the bottom with the knights riding on silhouettes and the sunset, too damn awesome. Love it. Love it. That's a great one. And then it's got a black and white of Merlin on the back. Merlin makes this movie. It wouldn't have been half the movie it was without Merlin. It really wasn't. Then we've got that asshole, Mordred. Ugh. But we have Guinevere on the back. Yes, Guinevere on the back. Very nice. I didn't even know I had these cards. If you watch the video, I say at the end of it, I didn't even know I had these cards in it. You know. So anyway, go watch that video I did on the unboxing of it. It's only like 3 minutes. Give it some views for me. Let's see. Let's get back into the chat here. Let's see. Vince says, "What that's what I expect from Luc Besson." Yeah. I like Valerian, but the plot was weak and the characters weren't true to the comics. See, exactly, E. Clay Thomas. I never read the comics, so here's another thing, guys. You got to know something about me. My Hollywood crush for the last 10 years, ever since I saw her in the first Suicide Squad movie, has been Cara Delevingne. I think that just something about the way that girl looks, I think is beautiful. You know, I dig her. So that's another reason why I like that movie. The comics are better. That's what I hear. I've heard that that's the case, but I'm just telling you. Hey, you know, everybody's got an opinion. You know, that they're like assholes. Everybody's got one. Valerian was better than Jupiter Ascending. I haven't even seen Jupiter Ascending. I really, you know, Mia Kunis in a science fiction show. It doesn't sound like it'd be good. Well, hell yeah, I was. E. Clay Thomas says I was. It was. I missed it. It must have been when I was talking. Let's see. I recently watched Jupiter Ascending. It wasn't terrible. Okay, Vince. Cool. It's one that slipped through the cracks on me. Let's see. But he also says, Valerian shocked me. I thought Herbie Hancock has been dead for years before I saw him in that movie again. And then he says, be careful, Joe. The Oscars playing in the background might get you copyrighted. I sure as hell hope not. Let me see if the stream is up. Yeah, the stream's up. It's running just fine. I've got it very small back there. I've noticed that, what's my man's name? It's a Gundam. He'll play scenes from movies and stuff, and he'll put them really small on the screen and have a big graphic around it and stuff. And he usually doesn't get hit for it. So, let's see. Lancelot, the Castle Wrecker. Yeah, well, is he the Castle Wrecker, though? Or is Guinevere the Castle Wrecker? Or is it both of them? I struggle with that one. I really do. Because he tried to fend off her advances. He tried. Just saying, he tried. He's human, though. E. Clay Thomas says, don't go to Camelot. It's a silly place. Once again, a Monty Python reference. Camelot. It's just a model. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's just a model. Exactly. Oh yeah, and Vince put the link in there. Okay, so I had a few things we could talk about tonight. One of them that I really dig, I've got to tell you, I really dig this one. And I forgot to set up Rumble, so you guys let the Rumble guys know I'm sorry, but I forgot to set it up tonight. But we are going out on Kick and Twitch, so welcome aboard all you folks watching that. But yeah, if you get a chance, and he's put the link in there for me, go give some views to the 4K unboxing I did. And yes, I took that picture with my iPhone in my living room just for that video. So, you know, hey. Anyway, yeah, so I had some stuff we could talk about. Hang on. Let's head over here. Of course, you know, me and my brother put together articles all week long when we're doing a show, and had a bunch of them all together here. But the one that I really wanted to talk about first, because I'm sure it's the way all of us feel, man, is what Gene Simmons had to say this week. Now, we're pretty, you know, level-headed about how we look at things, you know, me and my brother. We pay we pay attention to people we dig, and when they're right, we tell you they're right. But whenever they're idiots, we tell you that too. Okay. And the last time we talked about Gene Simmons, it was shortly after their great guitar player, the Star Child. What's his name? It's not Vinnie Vincent, is it? No. What is his name? You guys know who it is. The guitar player, the original guitar player for Kiss. He died a few months ago. Anyway, I don't think it was Vinnie Vincent. You guys let me know in the chat real quick. Yes, Ace Frehley. That's it. Thank you very much, Dust Walter. Yes, Ace Frehley. That's it. When he died, Gene said, he was the victim of his own vices. And if you know about how he died, it wasn't because he was drunk or anything. He had been sober for a long time. So we called him out on that. Okay. We called him out on that one. Eddie Van Halen. No, but he's one of my favorite guitarists of all time too. Speaking of that, Vince says, rip Phil Campbell. Phil Campbell, I'm not sure who that is. Really? Oh, Motorhead. Oh no. Yeah. I like some of their music. I don't know all their members though. Okay, so yeah. Phil Campbell apparently was the lead guitarist of Metalhead. So yeah, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Or listen to me, Metalhead. Motorhead. Yeah, I've listened to some of them. You know what? The song I was introduced to Motorhead with, right? That's Triple H's entrance music. The Game. The song The Game, if you know that one. Because I'm a wrestling fan, that's what introduced me to it. But yeah, Gene had some stupid shit to say, let me tell you, about Ace's death. But how great was he this week? Kiss legend Gene Simmons tears into celebrities talking constantly about politics, and he names names. I'm just going to read the quotes out of the article. Let's see. 76-year-old outspoken star slammed actors such as Ben Stiller and Mark Ruffalo, who regularly verbally attack President Trump, especially after his airstrikes in Iran. Basically, shut the fuck up, Simmons said. Do your art and shut up. Nobody's interested in your opinions. That includes me, who I vote for, who I like. He says, who the fuck do you think you are? People in America work hard for a living, and they don't want to be lectured by people who live in mansions and drive Rolls Royces. It's time for everybody in the entertainment industry to shut their pie holes. Yeah, Gene telling it like it is. Now, we applauded Gene this week. We applauded Gene because, yeah. Gene said some good. He basically did the Ricky Gervais thing, right? He basically did the Ricky Gervais move. That's what he did. Very nice. Way to go, Gene. Very cool. Let's see. John says, I got brigaded and attempted at being canceled by the fans of Robert Picardo because I told him he was a dancing monkey who needs to entertain, not lecture. John, that's great, man. That's awesome. E. Clay Thomas says, I agree, but isn't he doing the same thing? Well, is he? He's not talking about politics. He's telling them shut the hell up and do what they do. Was Ricky Gervais calling out Hollywood when he said what he said at the Golden Globes that one year? Was he? Was he being political when he said that? I think these people need to be put in check every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like Leonardo DiCaprio telling us, oh, we gotta watch out global warming and all this other bullshit while he's flying Learjets around the world. Sounds kind of hypocritical to me. I don't know. Am I wrong? Sounds kind of stupid to me. I don't know. But I do enjoy what he had to say this week. Let's see. Robert Picardo. Who is Robert Picardo? Why is this not ringing a bell with me? Let's see. Let's see who he is. Robert Picardo. Oh! Yes. He's a Star Trek actor. He's the hologram actor. He's actually in one of my favorite Star Trek movies. Now, his character started in what? Voyager? Or was it Deep Space? Or just give me or was it Next Generation? I think it was in Voyager, wasn't it? Let's see. Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek Voyager. Emergency medical hologram. Right? Yeah. He had a very funny part in that. Yeah. Apparently he's in the new Starfleet Academy, and there's a lot of people in our purview that are watching it and commenting on it. And guys, the last thing and it really wasn't hate watching, because I liked the actor that was in it, the guy, the South Korean actor. I liked him. I like the girl that played Trinity, but she only lasted like the first 5 minutes of the show, right? We'll talk about The Acolyte. That's the last thing if you want to call it hate watching, that's the last one that I watched. It was more like train wreck watching. I had to see how they were going to explain this bullshit that was going on here. You know, I had to watch. I had to see how they were going to try and explain this bullshit. I really did. Let's see. Das Wolfen says, turns out his Kurtzman Trek fans are as bad at that as the shows are bad. Robert Picardo was the holographic doctor from Voyager, who is now in Starfleet Academy. Yeah. I just couldn't remember where he got to start. Once again, I will let you guys know this, okay? I am an OG Trek fan. I can tell you everything about Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock and Bones and their entire arc through the movies, through the TV shows. That's the only one I'm an aficionado of. As a matter of fact, there's some episodes I can quote verbatim, okay? But I've said this several times, and people tell me, oh, Joe, you just got to get past the first couple of seasons. Well, if I can't get past 6 episodes of the show without hating the fucking captain of Next Generation, I'm not watching it. Now, I have to tell you, they did create the best bad guy that series has ever seen, and that's the Borg. The Borg is one of the greatest things. I'm not saying that TNG doesn't have its place. I know it's beloved by a lot of Trek fans, but they're all younger than me. Everybody that's my age loves the OG series. Okay. The matter of fact, I've only watched one other series almost to the end of the series. We still haven't finished it yet, but I've watched like the first, I think, 4 seasons of Enterprise with Scott Bakula. I dig that one. And everybody tells me how great Deep Space Nine is and how great, well, they don't say great when they say Voyager, but you know, they say it has some good stories in it. And if I was going to watch any of them, I'd probably watch Voyager because it's got an American Indian looking guy in Chakotay. I'm always fascinated with what that character's doing and, you know, what's going on with it. Yeah, real Das Wolf. And I've heard that several times that Deep Space Nine is superior. A lot of people tell me that. They also tell me that Sisko's probably the closest thing to Kirk since Kirk, from what I understand. Guy that shoots first and asks questions later, right? It's a tough guy. That's my captain. I dig him, you know. Let's see. Let's go back and fill in the blanks here. Vince says, and one of the bad guys from Inner Space. I haven't seen Inner Space in a long time. Voyager? Voyager, and Stargate Atlantis. Okay, Clay, I got you. Stargate. Yeah, see, that's another show I never got into with Stargate. I love the movie with Kurt Russell. I love it. I can understand why they made a fucking series out of it. That would be cool. So let's see. I'm done with Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, and they pushed their BS too far for too long, and now I'm apathetic towards them. Yeah, they have to prove. Okay, let me ask you this, Vince. You say that. Did you watch, when you heard the word of mouth about Picard season 3, did you watch it? Answer that question for me in the chat. I'd love to know the answer to that. Because I watched Picard season 1, didn't watch Picard season 2 because I wasn't going to watch a story about a robot. If you guys don't know, I will spoil it for you because Cursed Trek is fucking bullshit. They killed Picard and put his mind in a fucking android. It was stupid as shit. So no, you didn't watch it. Okay. All right. I have to tell you, I think you would enjoy that. I think you would. They did a good job with the 3rd season of it. And it was basically, it was really an ode. It was, Vince, it was really an ode to the entire arc of that era of Star Trek. There was stuff from Deep Space Nine, Voyager, all of it in there. It was pretty cool. I did enjoy it. Let's see. Real Dust Wolfen says he asked his fans to join him in joining him in flushing the turd in the punch bowl. That was the best he could do was call me a turd. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you enjoy back and forth with those guys, man, go for it. The only reason I'm on X is to promote my channel, and that's it. That's right, Vince. Khan! Matter of fact, Khan is the reason I gave up on Strange New Worlds. I watched the first 2 seasons of no. We got into the 3rd season of Discovery, but couldn't take any more on that one. But tried Strange New Worlds because the best thing about Discovery was Anson Mount's oh God, what's the captain's name? Pike. Anson Mount's Pike was the best thing about it. But when he got his own show in Strange New Worlds, that's when they started fucking with it. We didn't even get through the 1st season. When they lost me, they should have lost me on the Predator / Xenomorph Alien / God, what? Gorn. The Gorn episode. Okay, when they made Gorns that looked like they were like Predator / Alien type things. I was like, man, come on. Why do you want to fuck with the lore of Star Trek? I don't understand that. What? You know, I should have turned it off then. But when they had a descendant of Khan in a time travel story have an actual relationship, intimate relationship with Kirk, I was like, no, I have to turn this off. These people, they don't even get Star Trek. They're fucking with the OG series now. What the hell, man? Why you want to do that? Vince says the Borg got pussified by Voyager. Did they? Really? Interesting. DS9 is superior. Yeah, I already showed you that. E. Clay Thomas says, okay, it was Mr. Spock's favorite thing to eat. I think it's Plumix soup. Is that right? Is that what it's called? The stuff that Nurse Rand made for him when they were a muck time, that episode? I think that's what it was. Is it Plumix soup? I think that's what it's called. Vince Womack says, it's the same problem as always. Have a certain bad guy appear over and over again. You make them look weak. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I understand. E. Clay Thomas says, what was his favorite thing to eat? I think I just said it. Okay. Vince says, no. Didn't watch Picard. Season 3 was just member berries. Well, a lot of things are member berries. Fucking the show that we show the clip of the most on this show. This one right here.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
You can't tell me that's nothing but member berries right there, man. I mean, you know, it is. That show's member berries. Well, when it's done right, it's done right. It was good stuff. Vince says, remember this? We have. It's true. Not interested. Gotcha. E. Clay Thomas says, season 3 still wasn't Star Trek. It was just a polished turd. Okay. Hey, I enjoyed it, guys. I thought it was cool. Season 3 of Picard was better because Kurtzman had nothing to do with it. Yeah. That's true. He didn't have anything to do with it. Vince said, if it isn't done right, member berries and callbacks are just an attempt to bring back fans. Yes. And I like the way they did it in that show. I like the way they did it in the show. There was one episode where they had this one character that I think was on Next Generation or Voyager. I can't remember which one she was on, but she died in the end of the episode, man. Didn't even see it coming. And she was an intelligence officer. You guys, if you know a lot about the Next Generation arc, tell me which one that was if you saw Picard season 3. Because I was just like, whoa! At the end of that one, I was like, wow, they killed her off. That sucks. Because I remember her. I just haven't watched it from beginning to end, but I've seen plenty of episodes. Like the 2-parter they had with Leonard Nimoy. Right before it was kind of a tie-in episode of Next Generation. Where he was trying to broker peace between the Romulans and the Remans, right? If you remember that, it was a tie-in during Next Generation when they were making Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. When they were making that one, they actually plugged an older Leonard Nimoy's character, right, into a 2-part episode on Next Generation. It had a cliffhanger ending at the end of the first one. You guys that are Next Generation fans, you know the one I'm talking about, I'm sure. Let's see. Keely Chow is here. He says, hey, everybody, good morning from Hong Kong. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Not much. I'm trying to keep up with the Oscars a little bit, and we're talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. Right now, it's all about Star Trek. But we ended up talking about Star Trek, and yeah, we're talking about it. Let's see. Kurtzman Trek is not real Star Trek. Absolutely, Keely Chow. You're absolutely correct. It sucks on every level. And if Star Trek is smart, they will dump it and never speak of it again. They will not tie anything into it. Right now, and I get this from Sci-Fi for Me, if you know what I'm talking about. I watch. I'm still a part of the Dix division. I still have a membership to Comics Division's channel, and I watch them every Thursday when I'm at work. I go to bed watching them when I'm at work. Now, if you guys don't know this, I'm a resident manager at a rehab here in town. And I go to bed at 10 o'clock and I get up before the clients do at 6, and I watch over them while the boss is gone. Okay, that's what I do. And they know where my room's at. They can come wake me up in the middle of the night if they want to, and get whatever they need and that kind of thing. But I watch Thursday Night Throwdown every week, and Sci-Fi for Me and Culture Casino, both of them, know people behind the scenes over there at Paramount, and apparently they are doing a couple of movies that are going to basically reset everything. They're not going to have anything to do with this other stuff. Now, what does that mean? Don't know. Will they be prequels? We don't know. All we know is Kurtzman's not going to be part of it, and they're basically dumping him. That's what it looks like. So I know what you think of this. It's like from their lips to God's ears. Let's hope. And Vince, I completely understand your stance. They have to prove it to you, right? If you have to make something great. You have to make something that is actual Star Trek for me to watch it again, right? So here's our next window to hopefully get something like that. I think they're supposed to come out in 27 and 28, something like that. You know, it's going to take a couple of years to do them, but they are in the process of trying to reset the Star Trek universe. I'm hoping it's a new exploration mission. That's what we need. Get back to what fucking Star Trek is. It's basically the U.S. Navy in fucking space. It's the greatest submarine movie ever. Star Trek, right? You know, so let's get back to exploration. What Starfleet's all about. Let's do that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Wrong. His favorite thing to eat is Nurse Chapel. God damn. E. Clay Thomas. God bless you. Oh boy. Oh. Let's see. Can't be his favorite soup since he threw it against the wall in the corridor. Yeah, he did. But then again, you know, lack of pussy make it crazy. You know how it is with them Vulcans. They're like them salmon. They gotta swim back to the homeland to procreate. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're an hour in. I don't know how many awards have been given out. Don't know. Don't care. I really don't care. I mean, but I am extremely happy for Amy Madigan for winning for Weapons. I told you guys, the best movie I saw all year, and she, when I found out that, first of all, I didn't recognize it. I did not even know that was her in the movie. Didn't know. But let's hear it for her. Anyway, okay. I'm going to drink a toast to Amy Madigan. Let's drink a toast to hopefully Star Trek coming back better than ever once they dump Kurtzman. Whatever you want to give a cheers to, let's stick around at the club for a little bit and have a drink or two. Cheers. All right. So, whew, that's some good stuff. I may have to put in an order for a beer here. Matter of fact, let's do that since we're at a pausing point. Gotta let Lexi know. Then I need a cocktail. Boom. All right. Because I'm about to finish this one. Okay. Next up, let's see. I skipped one. What did I skip? What did I skip, buddy? Doesn't look like I skipped one. But if I did, just tell me. You know. Oh my gosh! Look who has stepped in. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let me get this one. Vince says, going by the viewership of the Oscars, they can't charge that much. Oh, that was a long time ago. What the hell? Did I get all the way to the top again? Yeah, I did. Hang on. Let me get this straight here. Okay. All right. Can't be his favorite. Okay, here we go. Ensign Rowe was the name of that character, Das Wolfen. Okay. Yeah, that episode freaked me out, Das Wolfen. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. I was like, whoa! That blew me away. The first Bajoran in Starfleet, Das Wolfen says. Okay. The traitor? Was she a traitor? I don't know the lore of Next Generation, but I do remember seeing her. Yar died to a trash bag monster. Did she? Tasha Yar? Wow. Laugh out loud. Let's see. Why would you watch us? We suck. Toxic Man Flu says, you do not suck, sir. You are awesome. I always watch. I just don't always comment. But I'm still a member over there. Hi, Tox. It's good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Let's see. ENT. I don't know what that is. DS9, Deep Space Nine, ENT. Don't know what that is. Did connection other time frames correct? ENT with the Borg? story and DS9 with the triple story. The original series. ENT. What is ENT? I don't know. Don't know what that is. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there we are. Hello. Come say hi. I'm trying to keep up with the Oscars back here. Say hi to Foxy. She's bringing me a cocktail. All right. Cheers. Really?
I got it.
Yeah, I see it. Wow. Yeah, boys and girls, we're about to get some bad weather around here. About to get some bad weather. Everybody saying hi to you. Let's see. Tox speaks the truth. Yes. No, he doesn't. If he's saying he sucks, he's full of shit. Because Tox is great. Tox is from Oklahoma, and he's great. I don't know why he moved out of it. Well, I'm sure he's got his reasons. The latter is chef's kiss to the fans. Gotcha. Okay, there's some kind of artwork here. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Don't know. If you're going to watch one DS9 episode, make it Trials and Tribulations. I'm sure that's fun. I'm sure it is. Trials and Tribulations. That's easy to remember. The only good thing about the Oscars is world-class bullshitters doing their annual Oscar Lampoon drinking stream. Nice. Now, I didn't know he did one too. I know Film Threat's doing one. Chris Gore and the boys are doing one right now. I know that. That's the one I check in on later. After I'm done streaming with you guys tonight, I'll probably watch the Film Threat one to see what they had to say. I did not know world-class bullshitters did a drinking game one. Wow, I'll have to check that out too. Thank you, Killy Chow. I am a fan. I'm a fan of world-class bullshitters. I like them a lot. They do some cool shit. Let's see. Toxic Man Flu says, I like Star Trek Continues. The fan stuff is actually some of my favorite Trek. I got to tell you, man, I want to check that out. I've never watched it, but I hear don't they use the actual set? Or they recreated the actual set of the original series? Something like that. I know the guy that plays Kirk, I saw a video of him once walking people through it. Weren't you able to tour that at one point? If you showed up there or something? I'm not sure. But Star Trek Continues, I think it's all on YouTube, isn't it, Toxic? I think it is. I think it is on YouTube. That's where a lot of people were watching it, I'm pretty sure. Speaking of getting rid of people, Gunn is probably out at Warner Brothers after the merger. He wasn't even invited to the meeting that pretty much everyone else was invited to. Are you sure about that, John? Was he not invited, or did he just not go? Where did you hear that from? Please expand on that. I know he didn't go, and a lot of people were speculating, hey, he might not have gone because he thought, he was out, but who knows? Who knows what's going on with that? Let's see what else we got here. Vince says, Joe, you just read them out of order. Okay, gotcha. I jumped the gun on that one. No problem, man. Let's see. And he's saying hi to Tox because he didn't see him there. No problem. ENT Enterprise. Okay. That's what you... Okay. All right. I got you, Vince. I'm on the same page. A lot of people don't bring up Enterprise. A lot of people don't bring it up. I love Enterprise. A lot of people don't like the opening of it. I love the opening of it because I don't know if people actually realize that in the United States, the name of every craft that's built, every seafaring craft or spacecraft now, is called Enterprise. They all are. And the song, who cares? The song's okay. But I love them showing the history of Enterprise. They show the ships. They show the shuttle. I actually got to see the Enterprise land here at Barksdale when I was in high school. We had, of course, we're all military kids here. Everybody that lives in Bossier. The only reason Bossier city exists is because of Barksdale Air Force Base. Okay, and I've told people this several times. I don't worry about a nuclear war because I'll just be like, "Yo, babe, what was that flash?" And it'll be over with for me because us and Minot, North Dakota are number 3 on the hit list when the nukes start flying because the B-52s fly out of here. It's Strategic Air Command. But anyway, I believe it was my junior year, I think, because what happened with the Enterprise, the first shuttle, what they did was they put it on the back of a 747, which was the biggest passenger jet at the time. I think Air Force One was a 747 for a long time. And they would take it as far up in the atmosphere as that fucking plane would go, and then let it go, and it would go up into orbit and then come back down just to see if they could land the thing. That was the first shuttle. It was his only job. It never went into space. Okay, went low trajectory Earth orbit, but it never went into actual outer space. It never left the atmosphere. Okay, they used the Enterprise as to test whether they could land this thing. Okay, and whenever they landed it, they either landed it in Florida or in California. Okay. Or maybe New Mexico. Yeah, White Sands is where they landed at. White Sands. And it had landed at White Sands like on its second or third test. And it was big news around here because they were going to bring it through here on its way back to, Cape Canaveral in Florida, right? Because that's where they launched it out of. Where all the Apollo missions launched out of and all that good shit. So anyway, it stopped here for refueling. The 747 with the Enterprise on the back. And yeah, it was my junior year, 1981-82 year. And we had this girl that was a barrel racer. And people could actually corral their horses pretty close to the flight line on the base. Real close, And so we all went with her out there, and actually she put us on the back of the horse and ran barrels with us on the back of the horse and everything while we were waiting for it to come in. And we got, a bunch of people back then that took pictures. I didn't take a lot of pictures back then. You remember, we didn't have phones, none of that shit. You had to have a nice camera to take a picture back then. You had Instamatics, but I just wasn't a picture taker, But man, it was cool to see that thing come in. It was neat as hell. It really was. But I like that about Enterprise. I like the opening of it, because it shows you, the history of the Enterprise. And that's what we name the first vessel of any class of ship or spaceship. And I'm sure in the future starships are going to be the Enterprise. So let's see. Ear, nose, and throat. ENT, yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Foxy, of course. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says they only suck recently because of all the Star Trek Academy show reviews. Yeah, I gotta tell you, Tox. Yeah, I haven't. When you guys are talking about that, I kind of tune out for a little bit, check some other shit, and then go back to you. I'm just telling you the truth. This hate watching shit. I'm not watching that crap. I don't know why you guys are watching it. Really, I mean, I understand you can't comment on something unless you watch it. I understand that. I wanted to watch The Bride because I had heard it had so many bad reviews, and I wanted to be able to talk about it, but I couldn't find it because I'm not going to pay for it. You know what I mean? It's that's one that the premise looked cool, but I wasn't about to throw down my hard-earned dollars on it. Let's see. Toxic Man Flu says yes, they had hard tours. Yeah. Let's see. Vic was good with all that. Or they had tours, excuse me. Yeah, he's talking about the set. Vic was good with all of that. Yes. It's on YouTube. Toxic Man Flu says. Yes, absolutely, man. Very cool. Okay. And James Doohan's son played his father's role. No doubt. Very cool. I'm gonna have to look this stuff up and watch it. I liked Enterprise too, Vince says. Yeah. I dug Enterprise. I thought it was cool. Of course, it doesn't hurt that they had a hottie. Oof. Woo! That Vulcan was something else. Yikes! She was smoking hot. The characters had actual growth. Yeah. It was a good series. I enjoyed it. The original Enterprise shuttle was a glide tester. It didn't even have engines. Yeah, I know. I think I explained that well enough. Yeah. They just, like I said, they got it up in the air on the back of a 747 and released it. Basically what they did. Nope, the Enterprise didn't make it into orbit. Yeah. Okay, well, they just took it up really high and then landed it. Yeah. It never made it to space. Only atmospheric tests, he says. Okay, cool. I'm all caught up. All right. So, yeah, it's looking like we're going to get some bad weather here. We're in the middle of a tornado watch and a bunch of other stuff, so we'll see what happens. My liver can't take that at all. Take all the alcohol it would take to watch all of that. Yeah, the hate watching thing I'm just not into. I knew this was going to be bad. And look, I gave up, like I said, I gave up on Kurtzman Trek, if that's what we want to call it. I just call it Paramount Trek. But Paramount's version of Star Trek, I gave up on it completely whenever they had Kirk have a relationship with a descendant of Khan Noonien Singh. Okay, whatever you guys want to do. Have fun with that. You're full of shit. Bye. See you later. I watch some things here and there. Like I said, the last thing that I quote unquote hate watched, but it was more like watching a train wreck. I couldn't believe what I was watching. And that was The Acolyte. Oh my God, man. Wow. Intense. And, I watched it because I do have a guy on my panel that really is a Star Wars fanatic. I know John's a Star Wars fanatic, but Knock is a fucking Star Wars ultra nerd. He's read here's the one thing he doesn't get into is comic books. So he's never read a Star Trek comic book at all. So that's the only part of Star Trek he doesn't know. He knows all of the fucking deep lore shit I don't know. The extended universe shit, I have no clue about that crap. He knows all of it. Every bit of it. So, what the hell, man? But I do like the movies. That's my big thing. And when it came to Star Wars, let's see, the first show they had was The Mandalorian. And oh my God, this Mandalorian Grogu movie. I don't know, man. I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not expecting much. Something tells me it's going to be like a fourth season of The Mandalorian cut down to 2 hours. Does that sound crazy? I really think that's what it's going to end up being. Let's see. But yeah, I hate watching. I'm not into it. Now, I understand you can't comment on it unless you've watched it. But I knew Starfleet Academy was going to be bad. First of all, when I saw it was a fucking starship, and they changed all the fucking emblems, I'm like, what the fuck do you have to fuck with everything for, man? Then I see one of my favorite actresses of all time. I love Holly Hunter. I've loved everything she does. The only thing that I haven't watched is Saving Grace. And that's on my list of stuff to get to when I've got nothing better to watch, right? It's one of those things, it got past me, and I hear it's a great show. And I've always been a fan of hers. Guys, matter of fact, let me point this one movie out to you. Everybody knows the movie Ghost, right? With Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, right? Well, Steven Spielberg made a movie like that called Always, and it's about firefighters. All right, they're let's see, IMBD. Did I spell it wrong? Yeah, I did. I always say BD. I always say it backwards. DB. 8 up base. Boom. Okay. This movie always had John Goodman, young, healthy-looking John Goodman. Richard Dreyfuss, who I think is one of the most underrated actors in the world. Yeah, he's a dwarf, but you know, he's still a great actor. If you've never seen The Goodbye Girl, you haven't seen that guy at the top of his game. But this movie right here, always with Holly Hunter, Richard Dreyfuss, and John Goodman. It's about guys that fly these old-ass fucking bombers, like World War II planes, that they can easily fill up with water to fight fires with, okay? And you just have to see it. That's all I'm going to tell you about it. But it's in the vein of Ghost, okay? It's a love story, but it's got a very man-centric thing going on with it, with the firefighting and everything. And it is fucking cool as shit. It really is. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. It's got a great cast. Holly Hunter, Richard Dreyfuss, John Goodman, Brad Johnson, who this may be the only big dollar motion picture he was ever in. He did a lot of religious movies when it wasn't cool to do religious movies, okay? Because you know Hollywood's always frowned on that. It's a big market now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Angel Studios is really blown up, and religious movies are really, they've got a niche audience now that will go out and support them. I think I took my mom to go see Last Rodeo last summer with Damien Dark in it. I never can remember that guy's name, but he was the lead actor in it, and we know he's a religious actor. The guy that said he would never kiss another woman on screen because, you know, he only kisses his wife, right? You know, which, you know, hey, more power to him. But anyway, Audrey Hepburn's in it. Okay, she has a part in it. Keith David's in it. I mean, there's Dale Dye, our guy Dale Dye, that Gary from Pop Culture Minefield works for, doing all the covers for his books. I mean, this is a great movie. If you guys have never seen this thing, I say great. It went under the radar, man. It really did. But man, I fell in love with Holly Hunter watching this movie. This one in broadcast news back in the day. Really loved him. Really loved him a lot. And I'm a big fan of hers. When I found out she was going to be on Starfleet Academy, I was like, no. Her and Paul Giamatti. What a waste. Give me a break. You got to be kidding me. Oh, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Okay, let me find my place here. I'm looking. Yeah. We were talking about how much alcohol we'd need to watch Starfleet Academy. That's where we went off on that tangent. Okay. The only thing I hate watch is an Auburn football game. Roll Tide. And that's only when they're playing Alabama, right, bro? Let's see. A Plus Enterprise followed the NASA blueprint of the ship names. The NX-02 was the Columbia. The NX-03 was the Challenger, and so on. Very cool, man. I love it. That's badass. See, that's when you know they love what they're writing, when they put that in there, right? That's when you know they love what they're writing. Let's see. I have seen better acting from Holly Hunter in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yeah, the little cameo she had in that. Yeah. I mean, look, it's obvious she's in a CW level show on that thing. The way she's sitting in the fucking captain's chair like she's a fucking teenager. Girl, you're 60. Come on now. You're my age. You don't sit in a chair like that. What the hell's wrong with you? So stupid. And what's fucked up is she came up with that. I think she knew she was getting into something really stupid. I'm really do. I heard somewhere that she actually, after the first episode aired, and not many people watched, after Nerdrotic's video of, Spock just sitting on the fucking chair in front of the camera, got more views than it did free on YouTube. When that happened, I had heard, I'll have to look it up. I'm not going to do it now, but I had heard that she had almost apologized for how bad it was. Let's see. Star Wars had 2 badass bounty hunters, and they turned both into crap. One into a crime lord and a Power Rangers hyper scooters, and the Power Ranger hyper scooters, and the other into a goddamn babysitter for a 50-year-old alien. So you're saying the Mandalorian was a badass bounty hunter in old-time Star Wars? I don't think he existed until Disney. But I agree with you on the first part of your sentence there, man. First part of your claim there. Crime Lord, my ass. I turned that series off. Okay. Yeah, I was starting to get into this a minute ago. And I'll go ahead and finish my thoughts on that. Star Wars on Disney Plus. I watched The Mandalorian. I watched all 3 seasons of it. Some of it was better than the other stuff, but it was not jaw-dropping Star Wars to me. I know a lot of people love the first season, parts of the second season, whatever. I thought it was good. I thought Timothy Oliphant was the best side character on the show. The sheriff. Thought he was cool. I watched 1 episode of Book of Boba Fett and turned it off and never turned it back on. I did not watch 1 single episode of Obi-Wan. I did not watch that at all. And I'll tell you why I didn't watch any of it. That man had 1 job. Sit on Tatooine and watch a kid. That's all he had to do. Anything when I heard that he left the planet, I was like, okay, yeah, Obi-Wan's not taking his job seriously. That's out of character. Fuck that. I did not even want to see Obi-Wan at all. I already documented that I watched The Acolyte just because it was like a train wreck. I really, after watching the first episode, I said, I have to see how they explain this shit. I really do. And it was lore breaking, and anything that's lore breaking, it sucks. It's bullshit. People that really enjoy a universe will expand on that universe. They're not going to destroy that universe, parts of that universe. They're not going to do that. Let me think. The reason why I stopped watching Boba Fett was because I remember Boba Fett. Look, guys, I'm one of the few people in this realm that saw these movies in the theater. It's funny, I pick on Knock all the time. Yeah, you know more about the extended universe and everything. You know more about all that crap. You've read all these books and you know all of this information about this stuff. That's great. Glad. But one thing you'll never be able to do is say you were there watching that Star Destroyer come over your head when nobody had ever seen that kind of thing on a movie screen before. You will never know the feeling we had when we watched that for the first time in a movie theater. I mean, it's every other movie that comes out now, right? But this was the first that was like that. You got to remember, George Lucas, through all his faults, he made more money off Industrial Light and Magic than anything else in his fucking life. Any of his movies, anything. Because any movie that came out, his company did the special effects for it after that. Because of that movie and how it just blew people away. And he gets mad at me every time I say it because he knows I'm right. He'll never know what it's like to see that for the first time when nobody'd seen anything like that. But this guy, Boba Fett, showed up in the second movie. And back in the day, We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have shows like mine and Toxic Man Flu and the rest of the crew on Thursday Night Throwdown on Comics Division's channel, giving you all the backstage stuff with all the, the guys that make movies and stuff. We didn't have any of that. We had Starlog Magazine and Fangoria. That's what we had. And they only came out every month. So everything you were reading happened months ago. We didn't know anything like that. Look, let me tell you, at the end of Empire Strikes Back, when that ended in 1980, the 3 years, remember, we had to wait 3 years. It's so funny. When I showed my niece, nephew, and my daughter these movies for the first time, I showed it over a weekend. I showed the first one on Friday night. And they said, "Oh, man, can we watch the next one?" I was like, "No, you can wait till tomorrow night." And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, I had to wait 3 years between these movies. I don't want to hear any lip. You'll watch it tomorrow night, And when Saturday night, when Empire Strikes Back was over with, they were like, "Oh my God," No, you can't watch it till Sunday because I had to wait 3 years. But anyway, the speculation between those movies, if you remember Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back, he's the only guy that gives fucking Darth Vader lip ever. Except, I take that back. There's a guy that gives Darth Vader lip all the time in the first one, and that's Grand Moff Tarkin. And I thought that was a cool aspect of it. He listened to that guy. But the only other guy that gave him lip ended up getting choked out by him with the Force, right? That one guy that was talking all kinds of shit. But Boba Fett didn't take the crap off him. He said, "Look, man, I need this guy alive. It's more money for me. What the fuck?" And he looked straight at Boba Fett when he's briefing all the bounty hunters. No disintegrations, right? He's like, he knew Boba Fett would fucking straight up kill him, But we went from that, and then I watched the first episode of it. I was so hyped, man. I really thought it was going to be great, And the first time he takes a meeting, he's the big crime lord now, right? He takes a meeting with the representative from the city. And she says that, "I think you should be, giving us tribute." And he didn't kill her right then and there. I was like, you know what? No, this is not Boba Fett. This is an old man trying to get into heaven. Fuck this crap. This is stupid shit. I turned it off. Never watched it. Now, my friends tell me I need to watch a couple of the episodes because apparently to try and save that fucking show, they put a couple of episodes from the next season of fucking Mandalorian in it, with the choice that Baby Yoda makes or whatever. What the fuck? Grogu, whatever. I just don't know about this crap. But I'll tell you the best thing Star Wars did, and it was really out of character for him because really most of the Star Wars stories are supposed to be able to be consumed by both adults and children. It's supposed to be that kind of show, right? But Andor is not that kind of show. And Andor, I fucking enjoyed from beginning to end. Both episodes, or both fucking series of it. The second season of it, I was a little concerned. In the first few episodes, I said, "Oh shit, we're watching Rebel Moon, the Star Wars version." And I was like, what the fuck? But this is the ultimate slow burn because by the time they got to the, and you got to give it to them, they had 12 episodes each season. When you got to the 9th episode, the crescendo of everything that was going on, it was stuff that had been going on through both fucking seasons, and it all culminated in this one fucking event, and it was like an actual train wreck. You saw it coming, you knew what was going to happen, and it still gave you chills. It was fucking awesome. It was some of the best stuff I've watched on any of these streaming services. Was Andor season 1 and 2. Loved that shit. Thought it was great. Let's see. Let me get. I want to get back to where I left off, but that's my history of Star Wars with the streaming stuff. Love Andor. They really can keep the rest of it. I'm not going to watch Mandalorian again. Baby Grogu. I don't care what anybody says. That's jangling keys too. That's what that is. And what's funny to me is the Disney folks who are masters of fucking merchandise weren't ready to fucking sell Baby Grogu's when they put them on the fucking show. Let's see. Star Wars had 2 badass bounty hunters. Yeah. That's right. I read that, and that's what started me off on that rant. Ooh la la, Audrey Hepburn. Yes. I mean, she's in advanced age in that movie, but she's in it. Neil McDonough is the name of our friend that will not kiss anybody but his wife in the movie, and he's a great actor too, man. He's been in a lot of good shit. Remember, he's really great at playing a bad guy. He really is, man. He was a bad guy in Arrow. He was the Arrowverse. I mean, he showed up on a lot of shows on that. He was a bad guy in fucking Yellowstone. He was great at it, man. Yeah, he's fucking awesome. Love him. And I highly recommend The Last Radio. It's a good movie. It's good stuff. Look, these religious movie houses, they make some good movies. If you're a football fan, you should definitely watch the one about Kurt Warner. It's fantastic, man. The story of the guy that was, working, stocking shelves at a grocery store, playing Arena League football, that ends up becoming a fucking 3-time Super Bowl appearance guy and winning the Super Bowl, winning an MVP and all that stuff, man. Just crazy. This is really, literally the worst TV show I have ever watched. Which one? Keely Chefs says yes. Probably talking about The Acolyte, probably. He was portrayed as a ruthless bounty hunter. Yeah, if you're talking about Book of Boba Fett, it's horrible. Gina's Cara Dune was the best part of Mando. Yeah, and they were going to give her own series and everything. We know the lore. It's fucking dumb. God, to be so lockstep with a fucking, there's no other word for it, propaganda. It's just stupid. Disney Star Wars is not real Star Wars. I don't think so either. But Andor was damn good, man. I'm sorry. If anything, if they decided, say, to reboot the entire Star Wars universe and just start from scratch and say, this shit didn't happen, I would hope that they would take Andor. And to finish the Star Wars talk, I did watch all of Ahsoka because I wanted to learn more about this extended universe stuff that Disney didn't want, but all of a sudden they're going to pick and choose what they want to put in there. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the guy that passed away, his part. And I don't know if you, Ray Stevenson? Yeah, his part in it I dug. But here's the thing. The actor that's going to replace him, and by the way, you can recast parts, boys and girls. It's not a bad thing. When people die, you can recast the part and keep telling the story. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the guy that plays the Hound in Game of Thrones is going to play that part when Ahsoka comes back, if they ever put it back out. But, I digress. Let's see. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tamara Morrison at least had enough honor and dignity to apologize for the Book of Boba Fett. Well, very good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. We had conventions, Toxic Man Flu says. Yeah. Well, you know what started the conventions, Tox? You know this as well as I do. Tox is close to my age. He's not as old as I am, but he's close. It was Star Trek that started those conventions. That's what started that shit. It was people that wanted Star Trek to come back. That's what started it. It was in the mid-'70s when that shit started. And now it's turned, oh man. Look, we're going to have a complete report. I think the cat's out of the bag already about the Firefly announcement they made at AwesomeCon. It's going to be an animated series, and it's going to be voiced by the surviving members of the Firefly cast. So, but yeah, the convention circuit now, man, these guys can make a mint walking. I mean, and there's certain people that have got so many different, like the girl that started Discovery, she came from The Walking Dead. She'll be doing Robert Patrick could work the fucking circuit forever and make money on everything. He was part of. Robert Patrick was the Liquid Metal Man in Terminator 2. Remember for 1 year, Mulder on X-Files had disappeared. Robert Patrick was the guy that ended up running around with Scully for a year, right? He's part of True Blood. He's part of so many universes. He had a part in The Walking Dead that was a really good episode. I mean, the guy's awesome. And if you don't follow Robert Patrick, you should. He's base as hell, man. His stuff on fucking social media is great. Let's see. George Lucas made $0 from Star Wars itself, only from merchandising, and he made enough to fund Empire by himself. And his special effects studio and his sound division, THX, made him a mint too. Yes, it did. Let's see. No disintegrations. That's right. No disintegrations. That's right. Jennifer Beals with tentacles. Yes. Yes. That's one of the things I was looking forward to, because anybody that knows me knows that I'm in love with that woman. Have been since I watched Flashdance. Now I know that's not her doing the dancing, but my gosh, that girl is gorgeous. So gorgeous. I actually watched every episode of The L Word and enjoyed it. It actually, guys, and I know you guys that are always putting stuff in here, sexual innuendo, whatever. That is the only piece of LGBTQ television that I've ever watched and enjoyed from beginning to end. It was a fucking well-written show. It was good. It was a nighttime soap opera, to be sure. It was something that me and Foxy decided to watch one night, and my gosh, we binged the whole damn thing. Enjoyed every second of it, man. Good stuff. I think I've got it somewhere. I actually have a t-shirt that says, "I killed Jenny Schechter." If you know anything about the lore of that show and the way it ended, I have a t-shirt that says, "I killed Jenny Schechter." Let's see. We got Canadian Spider-Man in the house. What's up, man? He said, "Good evening," and hello, Joe. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Toxic Man Flu says, "Andor was closer to Star Wars than others, but was boring for me." That's the thing about it. It's a slow burn. That show is a slow burn. It really is, Tox. And I understand why you were bored. I understand completely. But that's the one that I enjoyed the most. I really did. But then I am an asshole. You are not an asshole. Let me tell you something about Toxic Man Flu, guys. This guy, the first time I met him in Dallas, it was at this place that was like a bar / restaurant / you could rent booths for video gaming and stuff. What was the name of that place, Tox? Anyway, I walk in the room where all the talent is. They've got all the booths around this fucking big video game area. And as soon as he saw me in a crowd of people, he hollered at the top of his lungs, and he wasn't drunk. I'm telling you, he wasn't drunk. He just yelled at me across the room. He said, "Joe Zab is there." He just made me feel so welcome. You are not an asshole. You like everybody to think you're an asshole, but you're not. Let's see. What else we got here? Everybody's saying hi to each other. Oh my gosh, look who is here. Let me see. Do I have his video in here? Let me see if I've got his video in here. Hang on. Let me see. Yes, I do. It's our good friend that's going to be with me probably tomorrow night whenever we play Wanted, Weapons of Fate. He is here.
He is cunning. He is crafty. He's not just going to walk in here and say, "Here I am. Here I am."
Yeah, you guys know who it is, man. I'm trying to find his first. Let's see. Where is it? I know it's here. I just saw it. Where are you? You guys are saying hi to each other so much that I can't find it. Where is it? It's killing me. It's right around here. There he is. Greetings, my excellent friends. That is Martin. That is Martin Acosta Santana. You'll see him tomorrow night with me, or tomorrow morning with me on Pop Culture Minefield when we do Military Monday. We're going to be doing Mission in Action. It's Chuck Norris week on Pop Culture Minefield next week, so don't forget about that one. Jennifer Beals, hello, nurse, and there it is. I done fucked up, talked about a gorgeous woman. Hand check for Keely Chow. Hand check for Keely Chow, damn it. He's feeding the ducks, you goof. Stop it. Let's see. God, you guys are talking about so much stuff. Let's see. Vince says Jennifer Beals still looking great at 62. Yeah, she's gorgeous. God, I'm telling you. That's one of those. She's a top 5 lady to me, dude. Oh, woo. That's my kind of chick right there. Let's see. He was awesome as Dum Dum Dugan. Yeah, he was. Absolutely was, Keely Chow. Yes, he was. We're talking about Neil McDonough. Yeah, he was awesome as Dum Dum Dugan. He sure was. And I read those comics when I was a kid, and he was perfect. Well, it's a combination of perfect casting and perfect makeup, because they really did the red hair and the mutton chops and everything really good on him. They did a great job on him. They did. Let's see. Martin says Rogue One, Andor, and The Bad Batch were good in Mando Season 1. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Everything but The Bad Batch, because I can't comment on Bad Batch. Can't comment on that one because I have not seen it. But I hear good things about it. Let's see. Vince says, if you want to see what happens when Johnny Five's brother go on the hunt with Neil McDonough, Monster of Man. Monster of Man. Let's look at this real quick. We got a couple of minutes before I shut this down. Let's see. IMDb. And as you can see, I'm really not interested in the Oscars after all. Oh, you know what? I need to see. Are they really doubling up the fucking In Memoriam part tonight? Are you serious? Did you see that? They were showing 2 faces at a time. They are really trying to speed through this fucking show now. Fucking crazy. Okay. Yeah, I've really taken my eyes off of this. Let's see. Monsters of Man. Monsters of Man 2020, Neil McDonough. Oh, shit. Look out. That looks like one of those aliens from fucking District 9 right there. That looks pretty wild. Premise. A U.S. weapons manufacturer tests its killer robots on heroin producers in the Golden Triangle in Sea Asia. It goes haywire. Wow. So they just drop these in where the bad guys are and see what happens. That sounds pretty cool, man. Let's see who's in this besides Neil. Brett Tudor. See, I don't know these people. Like they might have some hot chicks in it, though. Looks like it might be a Predator wannabe, maybe. Looks like a lot of jungle warfare going on there. I don't know. I like the visuals, though. The cinematography looks good. Have to check it out. Thank you for that recommendation there, buddy boy. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. Ahsoka, they did my girl dirty, Martin says. Well, are you talking about the story, or are you talking about Rosario Dawson? What you talking about there? Tales of the Jedi was really good. Tales of the Jedi, now that was individual stories, right? They were I think it's animated, and they're one-shot stories, aren't they, each episode? Correct me if I'm wrong here, Martin. AKA the third Punisher, Frank Castle Rip. Okay. Don't know what that is all about there. Keely, the third Punisher, Frank Castle, RIP. Dolph Lundgren played him first. Then Thomas Jane. Then it was homeboy from The Accountant, right? Shane from The Walking Dead. What the hell is his name? John Barathol? Okay. Yes, Ray Stevenson, as far as I've seen, he was the best thing about Ahsoka. And I'm really intrigued by it, Vince. Let me tell you, I was intrigued by it. Oh, I was. Toxic says 100%. I have missed that completely. I was probably talking about something else. Star Wars went to shit. So what? Martin says. Have you seen the Dow? The Dow, guys. The Dow. I don't know what that's all about. The interviews, the cast ended up suing Roddenberry because he was using their likenesses to make money on the convention circuit. He was a huckster. Really? Wow. Okay. Yikes. What about Wash's character? What is Dow Jones? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. The Drows? No one has seen the Dark Elves in ages. Okay. Martin says, I have Toxic just light night. I saw some of them on Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Lingerie? Can I? Spider-Man says. Let's see. The animated series takes place between the show and the movie. So Wash is still alive. I just wish Ron Glass was still alive to play Shepard. Whoop. See, they're talking about stuff I know nothing about. He's some deep lore freaks, though. Martin and John and Tox, they all watch. You know, if they get into something, they get all the way into it. Let's see. Why not? If you look like one, two of the same thing is better. Nice. Let's see. If Tox is the asshole, I'm the POS, and are we related? That's a good one, Vince. Here, let me illuminate Tox in case he doesn't know. This is Toxic Man Flu. This is Vince's introduction whenever he comes into the show.
Womack. Why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
If you wonder what that comment's all about, that's what it's about. All right. Boy, you guys got way ahead of me. My vengeance is terrible, Joe. I know it is. I would never piss you off knowingly, brother. Never. Chuck Norris once went skydiving in Japan. That's how Hiroshima and Nagasaki actually happened. It was his nuts hitting the ground when he landed. Yes. Chuck Norris once went skydiving in Arizona. That's how the Grand Canyon was formed. Oh, good God. Okay, here we go. Dude Scars. What's up? How you doing, awesome one? Good to see you. Canadian Spider-Man says, good evening to you, awesome one. Let's see. Killy Chow says, Chuck Norris has a road named after him that no one crosses because no one has ever crossed him in real life and lived to tell about it. There you go. Awesome one says, is Canada as windy as it is here in Tennessee? It's windy all over the place, man. It was windy as hell here today. This cold front that's coming through has really just tuned things up. Let's see. Canadian Spider-Man says, how are you playing music without fear of YouTube getting their knickers in a knot? Well, let me tell you. I'll tell you like I tell everybody on every episode. These soothing sounds you're hearing in the background are from Highlander, my brother, from the same mother, the only sibling I have, my younger brother. He has a little band called Sharkin' for Pearls, and you can check out his music everywhere you get your music from, be it Spotify, being whether it be Apple, iTunes, whatever. He has a topic page on YouTube. You can check it all out there. He's put out 6 albums in 2 years, my friend. Sharkin' for Pearls. His newest one is called Tsunami. And what's funny, I tried to play Tsunami, and I had to pull it out of every video I had. It got copyright claimed. These 3 pieces of music I'm playing right now are from his earlier albums. But yeah, his newest album, I can't even play a track off of it. I get claimed. And he's pissed about it too. He's like, man, I'm able to hear it. I'm like, I don't know what you got to do on that end, man. I really don't. But they're copyright claiming me for it. But this is all guitar work by my brother. And that's the name of his little band, Sharkin' for Pearls. Glad to promote my brother any chance I can. Let's see what is next here. Where are we at? Okay. I'm glad you like the music, Canadian Spider-Man. Go check it out. Sharkin' for Pearls. Remember, there's no G in shark. It's Sharkin, not Sharking. Sharkin' for Pearls. Ray Stevenson, yes. Love the guy. The third Punisher was the third Punisher. He was actually he was the third Punisher. I forgot about him. Yeah, I stand corrected. Yes, Martin. Yes. It was not John Barenthal. He was the 4th Punisher, right? Ray Stevenson was the 3rd Punisher. You're right. Okay. Yeah, I always forget about fucking Warzone. I always forget about that movie. I really do. 3rd Punisher was the same guy playing the antagonist in Ahsoka who died. Yeah, I got it. I understand now. I always forget that movie. It's so over the top. You know what? When you really think about it, Warzone may be the closest thing to a comic book that any comic book movie has ever been. Really, because it's really way over the top, man. It's bizarrely over the top. Joe's not monetized. No, I'm not. But I do get rid of any claims I get, and I don't get claimed for these pieces of music here. Because they're done by my brother. Awesome one. Martin, dude. Pam Bondi, hello nurse. Why'd you bring her up? What was she on TV behind me or something? Oh my God, hand check. Keely Chow. Control yourself. All right, boys and girls. Looks like we're getting down to it. It is about time for me to put a pin in this. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the chat, and then we're gonna get going. Joe's at a spicy game moment in Baldur's Gate. Actually, you know what? I think because I finished that scene. What he's talking about, Awesome One, or what Awesome One is talking about, guys, is I played Baldur's Gate on. Hang on, I think I have the thumbnail here. I played Baldur's Gate on Living Room Late Night the other night. You know that new series I have where I just talk to the chat while I play a video game in the background. Hang on, I may not have it here. Anyway, I'll talk about it here at the end of the show. But I was playing Baldur's Gate the other night. I had to stop because my character was about to have to get naked. I was in the House of Hope, and I'm trying to get the Orphic Hammer to release this guy out of prison or something like that. Anyway, there's a part where I got told I had to strip down and get on the bed kind of thing by a demon. And I was like, okay, I have to stop this now. But yeah, it ended up being a gay scene because my character was a female and I switched to the female demon. You can do it with a male or a female demon. Yeah, that's what they're talking about, guys. That's the part I'm currently in on. I have several playthroughs. I have a female character. I have a couple of male characters. I've played it through once already, but you know, I've started some other playthroughs just because when you play it through the first time, you don't do all the content, and you want to do several playthroughs to try and play through it all in different ways. Let me get this picture in here real quick. Bear with me, fellas. You know, when you produce your own show, sometimes you don't have everything in place, but you know where it's all at, so you can find it really fast. Yeah, there we go. And I'll talk about it at the end of the show for you guys. But anyway, that's what he was talking about. I was at a part where we were fixing to have a gay scene, but it was between two chicks, actually. Let's see. That's right, all the way, because just the tip is meth. Just a tip. Sure, she'll believe it. Killy Chow says, I would love to make her yell out Dow all night long. Whoa! Woo! You're into some Pam Bondi, are you, bro? Okay. Let's see. My intro is dude. Yeah. You know what I need to do is just have the dude. You know what? I'm going to make that happen, awesome one. I'm going to download a clip of the dude saying dude. Does he say dude in that movie? I think he does. Well, he says, I'm the dude, right? Yeah. So I'll be able to do it. Might have him have a conversation with himself, just saying, dude, 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 dude. You and I have conversations with the word dude. Yeah. Anybody can. Okay, let's see. Just remembered, not so fun fact, but cements that Roddenberry is an ass. He wrote lyrics to the Star Trek theme, which never got used, but he took 50% of the royalty from it. Hey, you know, yeah, I think people way overhype Roddenberry because, you know what he was doing when he made Star Trek? He just wanted wagon train to the stars. You know, he wanted a Western space. And he turned out making one of the greatest things ever, man. That's right. Sharking for Pearls, available where you get all your music from. Tsunami. That's right. Tsunami. Exactly. Vincent's, even if it's accurate to the comic book, I hate the scene on the chandelier in Warzone. Yeah, I'm telling you, Warzone is crazy. Keely Chow says, thank you for a great chill stream. Dude, you know, I love hanging with you guys and just talking to the chat. I'm not going to ask why they call him the Hammer. Yeah, you don't want to know. Conan Brarian of Arskar. Which the dude, the Big Lebowski, or dude, where's my car? The Big Lebowski. That's the only acceptable dude in my eyes. My brother. Okay, Vince? Okay? Let's see. He wanted some love. Awesome one says, yeah. All right, boys and girls, listen, it's time for me to get out of here. You know the ways to get a hold of me. Vince puts them all in the chat for you. And he would want me to tell you, cheerio, guys and gals. Stay nerdy. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. What little's left of it. Probably enjoy the rest of your week. That's what Vince, the POS, would want me to tell you. And yes, I think we've established on the stream that Toxic Man Flu and Vince Womack are actually related. Far distant relations. They're across the pond from each other, but they're obviously related. Tox being an asshole and Vince being a piece of shit. So, I want to thank you guys for being here. Martin says, cheerio, guys and gals. No, he says, gotta go. My planet needs me, like he always says. He's Flash Gordon, you know. He's Flash Gordon. Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great night. Bye for now, Keely Chow says. And Tox says, later, Joe. It was great to have you in the chat, Tox. I do this show by myself, or I would have enjoyed having you on. But you're always welcome on Wednesday nights, by the way, Tox. Okay? Let's see. Real Dust Wolfen says, where you go, wherever you go, there you are. And I'm going to go ahead and let you know what we're doing next. I'm not going to go through all the shows, but Monday is my biggest day of the week streaming. Okay, guys? We start with Military Monday we start with. That's every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Like I said, it's Chuck Norris week. We're going to do Missing in Action, so be here for that. And at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, it's over to That 70s Rock Fans channel. He's a regular member of the Dix Division over there on the shows over there on Comics Division's channel. This week, he'll be playing Expedition 33. He does a show about something. Like last week, we celebrated Robert Duvall by doing THX 1138. And this week, he's going to play a video game. So I'll be giving him as much hell as possible while he plays Expedition 33. I picked this game up myself. It's a lot of fun, guys. And AAA, this is the game that AAA studios should be very afraid of, because an independent company made this, and it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous game to play. It's pretty awesome. So come check us out, 3:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, and then at 6:30 p.m. Central Time is time for Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails with me, Papa Joe Gamer, after dark, and we're going to be playing Wanted: Weapons of Fate. So that's the Monday lineup. You know the rest. It's all on there, but friends of the show, I do want to shout out Baldur's Gate will return this Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. It'll be Knock, John Dustwolfen, and Martin, who are both in the chat tonight, playing together on Gaming Night with John on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time on Friday. So I want to thank everybody that showed up. Thanks a lot for watching tonight, Tox. I appreciate you being here in the chat. And let's see, Vince is, let's see, he says good night all. So does Canadian Spider-Man. It's good to see you too, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. Vince says, and Joe, you should check in with Nick Wise, because he's going through the original series for the first time. I know it. He does it on Thursdays, and that's when I work. Yes, I would love to do that with him. I'd love to be on that show talking about it. But I'll be watching the shows. But yeah, I can't be on them or anything like that. Playing together well, it's better than playing with yourself. No doubt, Vince. No doubt. No doubt. Okay, boys and girls. I want to thank you guys for being here. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to watch the last hour of the Oscars and see who wins what. I can tell you right now, they're going to piss everybody off. One battle after another is going to win the fucking best picture, and that, trust me, it's a foregone conclusion. I would love to see F1 do it. I would love to see Sinners do it, but it's going to be that stupid ass movie there. So you guys take it easy, and until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. And don't forget, boys and girls, whether you like them small, medium, or large, Titty Tuesday starts on Sunday every week on Joe's Atmospheres channel. We'll see you next time. Peace.